Tucson, Arizona. My name is Mike, and I haven't really gotten on and talked like this for a while and just made a video of just me talking. So we'll see if I end up posting it just as it is or make a slideshow with it. But I just want to talk about, the holidays, and I cannot be the only one feeling the dread about these holidays and this depression from the short days. And even though I got down out of Colorado and over from New Mexico, and now I'm down in the Sonora Desert here in southern Arizona, where it stays in the mild temperatures all year long. It doesn't probably get much. It's been in the mid-40s at night, and I think that's about where it stays. I think it can get colder, but it's definitely a lot nicer here than what my mood was up there in Colorado, with the short days and the cold temperatures, and then just looking and seeing when it was still October. I was like just looking at the calendar and like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? And so I've been doing my thing. I've just been getting into nature as much as I can, and just trying to sit still, trying to like really get quiet and listen to what each moment and what my body, what my spirit is trying to show me and tell me. And earlier, I even found myself getting caught up into traffic, and I was getting so frustrated, and I felt I noticed myself getting real judgmental with other people, and I just had to pull it back in, and I was like, whoa. Instantly, I just was like, love them, bless them. And has nothing to do with them. I'm sure a lot of people are feeling crazy about these holidays, but it's just that time of year, and for a lot of people and for a lot of reasons, but I'm feeling it, and this depression kicks my butt every freaking year. Matter of fact, something a little bit harder to really like fully talk about is, it's coming up on the time of year last year that was the last time I had an overnight visit with my daughter. And it was right around the holidays, and I left the area in April. I know March was the last year that I paid rent on my apartment, and that's when I got the van and left, and had already been talking to Lily and her mom about it, and her stepdad, and then and Angelo and his parents, and letting everyone that needed to know, and of course a few that I wanted to tell what my plan was. And so I don't think I really healed through and cleared through everything on the spot that I went through last year, and a lot of that's coming back up, and the fact is that I was so, and for a while, my intuition had been screaming at me for a while about getting in a van and going, more than just the midweek trips I was doing for a couple of years. But all that was perfectly meant to be, because it prepped me for this. But my intuition was saying, okay, it's time to go. And along with that, it had been telling me for a while also it was time to cut back some time with Lily. And I was getting every weekend. And my intuition was telling me every other weekend, maybe even once a month sometimes. Just kind of like go with the flow of what feels right, and not make any rules and stick to it, but like and I judged those thoughts. My thoughts told me that for a long time, and I judged them, and I was like, I'm so proud of getting this time back with her Why would I go backwards? Because I still held on to so much guilt from the past, from way, way past. A lot of past. My past with both my kids, especially a lot more Lily. But also, I'm sure I absorbed some of my own parents' guilt along the way, just being how sensitive I am, energetically. And I'm realizing that more and more now. I'm a freaking sponge and I soak it all up. And I have to be in nature constantly to help ground and release it. Otherwise, my nervous system just goes berserk. Like this morning, just traffic. Tucson, Arizona, just traffic. And I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown. And the only reason I did it was because I finally was getting vaccines for little kitty here. Sacral. And I tried getting stuff scheduled at vets along the way, different places, and they're weeks out. Well, I'm not staying weeks anywhere. So I finally found a place that was walk-ins welcome for vaccines only and the heartworm test. So I still got to look into getting little guy neutered. He is a boy. I don't know if I told y'all, it's not a girl. Parts developed. He's a boy. But yeah, so kitty helps me, nature helps me, and point is that there's just so much guilt that I'm still holding on to, and I just affirm in each moment that I can is to let it go. I let it go. I let go what no longer serves my highest and best good. I let go of guilt, shame, regrets, emotions, judgments of others, judgments of my own. I let go of all the shit that doesn't serve the highest good for myself and everyone involved. That shit bogs me down. It's not good. And it's always prevented me from being present in any moment with my daughter, and I'm starting to learn that and see that more clear than ever. And I think I'm starting to see that clearly because I'm starting to finally work through some of the blocks that were preventing me from being present. And so I don't feel ready to go back into that world yet, but I feel like I'm making some progress in some kind of a direction. But anyways, I'm going in circles here. It's really, I just want to talk about, this depression and this feeling of, because it amplifies everything. So stuff I already feel normally, times that I don't feel welcome. Times that I don't feel welcome. Times that I don't feel, that I just feel, and that's a big one for me everywhere I go for some reason. And I'm starting to see the pattern finally, which means hopefully I'm starting to break through something if I'm seeing it now differently. Because you get awareness. It's about awareness. And every city I go, every town, every state, every county, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I feel like people are looking at me the same way. I feel like it's childhood stuff coming up. It's old trauma stuff coming up. But the fact is, when I go on a walk and I feel like literally, and this is to the point that it alters my perception, because I feel like every vehicle slows down when they pass by me to stare at me. And I feel like people are if I'm around businesses or, homes, I feel like people are looking out the windows at me. That's probably bringing up stuff from when I was homeless, maybe. Or probably, maybe that. Cause I'm equating it to being on a street, walking around on a street and people just staring at me. So that would be when I was homeless. But if it's childhood stuff, I'd get told to do a chore and then I'd get stared at around a corner or through a window or somewhere he'd be out of sight, but they'd stare at me and then it'd be seconds or minutes until I was getting yelled and screamed at. And the rake or the weed eater or the lawnmower or whatever getting ripped out of my hand and being shown again how to do it correctly. And I was never really told what I was doing wrong. I was only told I wasn't doing it right over and over and over again. And so that's another thing, is this feeling that I can't do it right, and that I'm always in the way, that I need to hand what I got to someone else or let them have my place in line, because I don't know how to own my freaking space, and I'm really working on that. I'm trying to work on that. The only reason I'm not crying right now about this is because I just smoked a bowl of weed right before this, and so I'm feeling like a little buffer between me and the emotions of that right now. But this is a real thing that's everywhere I go, even in the best of, like, not in the best of moods, but like most of moods, I'll say, this happens. And so what I'm talking about is this anxiety and this depression. It really, like, makes everything else a little bit, kind of heightens everything else that's already present too, and things that aren't always present, it makes them more noticeable and in every way, and like all these things that I'm talking about. And so, I went out about 35 minutes out of town, and I drove Sunday night for like an hour, a little over an hour, because I went somewhere to get some firewood from a Facebook Market ad, and I was hoping it was better prices than what you find at the store, and it wasn't a lot better, but it's okay. There must have been a reason for me going over to that neighborhood and meeting those people, but whatever. And then it just took me a long time to drive out of town. And so when I finally got out of town, I was just so grateful. And I found this place, and it was kind of quiet for the most part. There's no traffic on the ground, but I don't know what Air Force. I know there's a small little auxiliary airport, and there's some kind of an Air Force base, because it was crazy. It felt like a Walmart parking lot with how much traffic on the ground, but like airplanes, minimum of 2 or 3 circling at all times, and helicopters at all times. It's like there was never not a hum of a helicopter, and I must have been close to that airstrip, and I needed to stay put and just kind of rest and ground for a little bit. So it's like a day and a half of that. And then when I finally left, got closer to Saguaro National Park rather than the Ironwood National Monument, if you want to look that on the map, whatever. But got a little bit away from the air traffic. Not, you can't, because it's all above you, and I only went a few miles away, but I was away from that airport more, so I wasn't hearing the whining of them coming in and landing and taking off every couple minutes. But I'm just, I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'm about to go spend some time with some extended family. They're not even family of mine, but they're married family of my little sister. So, and she's a half sister too, so that's funny. A lot of married relatives by marriage here, none of them blood, and that's okay, because it's just okay. I haven't really connected with a lot of my blood family in a long time, and I'm hoping that that'll change in the coming future. I can't put time to anything anymore. I don't even know what I'm doing day to day. I like right now, I know I'm spending the time with this family for Thanksgiving. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, Thursday. So I'll at least be here for a day, maybe another couple days, maybe we'll see. I definitely want to get out into the Saguaro National Park more and drive that dirt road. It looks like there's places I could park overnight out there, and I'm excited about that. Probably no campfires there. But if I want a campfire, I can just go like 10 minutes down the road to where I was. Just came back from, and I can have a fire out there if I want to go get more wood. Everything's getting so expensive. That's another thing that's getting to me, is like a lot of unexpected stuff with the van. Swiping the credit card and Kitty, and just like, it's a lot of stuff that I want to. And of course I could park more than when I drive, and I can't blame like rising gas prices or inflation of all these prices of everything. But it is interesting though, to see though the difference. It's another stressor at the moment. And I think about it, it's like I don't know what else I would really want to do, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm keeping any kind of a linear track here at all, you guys. Shit. Just me talking my mind because I'm having a hard time. You'd see me crying, but I'm blazed out of my mind. Hey, I cry when I'm stoned too, but right now I don't know. That's the weird thing, is that I feel totally ungrounded. I feel not recharged for 3 days in nature. Oh, there's too many military bases and stuff out there, and people were driving by. There was a couple people drove by, and they did drive by super slow and looking at me like, there's this dirt road that just went out behind where I was at, and it got sandier and sandier, so only people with like 4-wheel drive and good, I wasn't taking my van back there. I would have got stuck. And so I'm wondering if there's something even more going on back there, because the vibes I got the whole time. And I know I'm suspicious by nature. But I also know that I'm drawn to portals, and I also know that underground bases are located in massive portals under the surface, because they tried to invert them. They wanted to harness its powers to do different things, weaponize them or whatever. Or prevent, a high concentrated amount of benevolent energies and information coming through. Whatever they do, but they're there. And I know I'm guided to these portals for my own healing. But to learn about them and to remember about them and to teach other people about them and I want to guide people to them. That's my intention. That's the next thing with the universe I'm working out, is how to step into service of a role of an intuitive nature guide. Healing nature intuitive. I don't even know what I'm going to call myself, but I get these messages over and over and over to prepare myself for this next opportunity, new opportunities, and I say I'm here and I'm available and I'm willing, like I have since 2017. And it's weird because nothing's been happening. So the signs of manifestation, usually see that result. It doesn't take too long to see that result now, and this is one that it must be a big one, because things happen fast now, so this must be a really big one. But I'm here and I'm available and I'm willing. Source hears me, universe hears me, myself. And that's part of, I think, where I'm feeling depression coming in. I think it's a big part of it. I think it's not feeling fulfillment. But people say, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like I'm them. And I'm not. I guarantee you, do not compare, because I don't even want to go there right now. Try on this mind that, and I know a lot of people are overthinkers, and a lot of people have attention, and a lot of people have this and that, but try this nervous. I would love to try on someone else's. No, I wouldn't, because I absorb other people's energies and feel that shit too, and I don't want that either. But I'm just saying, like, this nervous system and this, I don't know what to do. I don't want to medicate it. I don't want to take big pharma. I don't want to, maybe more meditation, more yoga. I do nature. I do a lot of, quiet solitude. I don't know what I need. And I don't know what I want. So it's hard to manifest anything right now, I guess, from that space, because I don't know what I want or need. I want to feel at peace. I choose that, to feel at peace. Let's just get through these holidays. My birthday's coming up. I'll go soak in a hot spring over in New Mexico, unless my plans change. I'm going to go soak and treat myself to a massage, CBD oil massage. And then opening day at Angel Fire Ski Resort's the very next day, and that's like 2 hours away. So if I can get there by 8 a.m. and be in the front of that ticket line to get my Powder Alliance, I'm going to give them a go. Try to get a couple runs in up there and see what happens. Should be a beautiful mountain. I need to get myself some snowshoes. That way, if my knees or back or anything starts hurting from that, I can from one, I can try the other or whatever. Don't have to just go sit in the lodge and wait out the day, you know. I never like to come down early. If I'm up there, I like to breathe in the mountain no matter what. I like to just be there and breathe it. But I like to be on the snow and hear it crunch and go touch some trees and take some pictures. And that's what I do out there now. People laugh. People laugh when they see my snowboarding style. I'm like doing these big, long turns, and I'll go uphill again. I'll get momentum and go back uphill. People are like, bam, rushing these runs, just hitting them full speed, and maybe that's fun. I must have used to have fun because I did that too when I was younger, but I try now, and those speed bumps, they hurt my ankles and knees. Then my back starts hurting and I can't even make it to lunch. So I take it nice and easy, and it's like when I walk and hike, take it nice and easy, stretch, meditate, take a lot of pictures, and that's how I like to enjoy the day. I'm really enjoying that. So I feel this energy coming in, this emotion talking about that. So I'm really excited about that. And I could go chase that down right now. Loveland Ski Area is open. I get all these free passes. I got a season pass to Silver Mountain back home. That's my depression killer in the winter. And the last couple of years is they've been getting on this thing called Powder Alliance. And all these other mountains are a part of it. And you get the season pass to one, and then you're in. And anyone else is a part of it, you get 3 lift tickets to each one. The only crap thing is that some of them have blackout dates and some of them have weird little rules. Like Angel Fire, you have to be there in front of the line, in front of the paying customers. So I'm wondering, like, if I need to be there like at 6 a.m. or that's weird. I called a different mountain asking details for them too, and they even were like, what? Never heard of that before, but you know, and I'm thinking about like, okay, well, I don't have to do nothing, because if I do that, that's 3 more weeks here in this area. And Pat and Jessica are awesome, great people, this family that's here. It's just me. It's just me and my inside here. I have a hard time sitting still. I have a hard time. You know, I've noticed that when I do the best is when I just do like a couple miles, like literally a couple, like 2 to like 20 miles a day. Because I can even take a bunch of breaks and make that take a couple hours. A few hours sometimes if it's really scenic. Excuse me, some hiccups coming in. Energy clearing, maybe. Anyways, yeah, it feels good to just talk some of this out. I didn't know who to reach out. I was thinking of some of my friends and some people, and nothing sounded right. But I felt like I wanted to talk, so I just got the idea to get my phone and turn it around and do this, right? I haven't done it in a while. So, it's, yeah. I think that's all for now. I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. And 2, 3, 3, 4. Great numbers. I saw a lot of activations on the timer. I just didn't spit them out. But yeah, if anyone's going through any of this stuff, I hope the best for you guys going through it. This depression, this gunk, funky gunk. And I just really love you all and wish infinite blessings for each and every one of you and everyone beyond this little YouTube channel, and anyone that watches it, and anyone that you know, and anyone they know, of course. So my intention is just to ripple out that light. Goodness. Yeah. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, willing and healing.